You know, when I first thought about being a Rastafarian back in high school, I was in the 11th grade. I thought about growing locks. First, I really didn't think about growing locks. I always wanted long hair, and like eighth grade, I wanted like to grow my hair out and like have like wavy curly hair like that style. And I knew about texturizers, and I thought I could texturize my hair. But my sisters, of course, they share the same DNA. I always thought that I can at least grow my hair out, and be long, and when stretched, in so many words. Like if you remember Lisa, I think it's Lisa, right? Family Matters, how her hair looked. It wasn't like permed. It was just really combed out and brushed a lot as it was growing, and then it has that crinkly look. You have braid outs, and you have to flat iron it and stuff like that. So it's like it has that puffiness, but it's like it's not straight. But you know what I'm saying? That type of hair texture. So I wanted to like curl it up with the S curl type, the texturizer S curls. But not until early I got into like ninth grade, I had a friend named Dino who had braids, and like not just him, but a lot of people had braids. I gravitated towards that style, the cornrows, because it was like simple. You know what I mean? You just braid it up, and it's like go to the back, and it's like it's like long hair, but not really like you know low maintenance type of thing. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. But really, it was like sophomore year, I started growing my hair out, and I didn't really know what I was growing my hair out for. I was just growing it out because it was exploring my body. A lot of people were at the time too. So it was not until I saw one of my friends who had like dreads. You know what I'm saying? He grew them out. They were small. Charcoal twists. And he was telling me how he grew his hair out. He's just like, yeah, I did this, I did that. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get dreads. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I think I'm gonna get dreads because, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like the next best thing. But my mom like cut my hair off. Never forget it. And I don't know. I was really annoyed because I felt like I knew what I was doing. I was in high school. I didn't have a job. Well, I had a job, but still, like it was just like hey, I'm growing my hair out. Like I'm young. Let me live my life. And I feel like that's something you should probably do when you're young. Why would you wait till you're older to grow your dreadlocks out? Like the world's not gonna take you seriously. When you're a teenager, like that's the perfect time to like have spiked hair and all that type of stuff. Like makes sense, right? So you know, it's not till like I was in like so I had to cut my hair. I had my hair cut. 11th grade, and I kind of like went into a frenzy, and I was like, well, I'm gonna cut my hair. I'm gonna have the best cut hair in the world. So I got really into waves, and I got into the whole wave thing on YouTube. You know what I mean, with the Soul Seeker, and you know what I'm saying. All the best YouTubers, they had all these different methods and whatnot. Different brushes, the anti brushes. I used to go to the beauty supply store, just walk around, and just be amazed at all this stuff they had there. So yeah, I really got into my hair like that. And then senior year, what I'm saying, that was like my last year of doing it. But anyways, it was mostly my junior year of high school, 11th grade. I remember just like getting in more into you know dreadlocks, and I saw this J 23 on YouTube. You know, he first had his first set of locks, and I was like amazed by it, man. I was like, man, this is really cool. Like he's dark skin like me, so I was like, oh, it's cool. So I had a plan. I wanted to like grow my hair out and whatnot again. But based off my mom's discriminating against the locks and whatnot, it was something that I didn't feel comfortable with. So like when I was going to college, that's I was getting into Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? Getting more to the reggae music vibes, and that's when I remember looking up natural dreadlocks just out of my curiosity. I saw people like hats don't fit. A lot of different people. One guy he was in Japan. He had a free form of dreadlocks. Foreign exchange student. You know, his Japanese girlfriend. It's a black dude, dark skin. And I was just like, what I mean. Like I was inspired. Like he's living his life. And that's what I'm trying to explain. Like that's what I envisioned when I looked at my life. I didn't think that I would be in Houston, Texas. By age 29, homeless, and everybody thinks I'm some crackhead druggie or gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, so I got into the rastafarian faith because I was Catholic, raised Catholic, and then it's basically Christian. It's like the original Christian, and it brought me toward the rastafarian because I felt those things made more sense to me. And I always felt like that. I always felt like, okay, Jesus was, here a long time ago. We need somebody now. Like we need some new things now. And Rastafarian was more modern. It was more real. It's more down to earth. It was something that I can mess with because I vibe with the earthly aspect. The aspect of just being your natural self and things being natural and us working together. Like, I actually believed in like reality. I believed, and when I say reality, I mean like, we're on this planet Earth. We live on the Earth. Earth's not our trash can. We live on this Earth. You have to take care of it. It makes sense. I believed in, we shouldn't really eat animals. Like, it's not something, this is reality. Like, I feel like, what I'm saying? Like, that's what I felt. Like, we really shouldn't be eating animals like that. I'm not saying what you should and shouldn't do, but I'm saying, like, we shouldn't really be eating animals. And it's just facts. Animals are not as nutritious as fruits and vegetables are. It's just a reality. It's facts. I felt that, dreadlocks is a hairstyle. Doesn't matter what texture your hair is, that's what everybody's hair does. It naturally combines together. Period. That's why everybody combs their hair, but everybody can comb their hair the same. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things that I believe in. I believe in one love in the aspect of humans literally, factually, scientifically, are social creatures, and we need to communicate with each other to survive. you know, that's why we have families and we build nations. So that was the one love aspect. Now some super hippie stuff. It's just like, yo, like we need each other, so let's just take care of each other. But hey, but did I go out in the world and act like everybody acted this way? No, I knew that everybody acted this way, but I was trying to be that person. That's what I wanted to be and wanted to be surrounded around. People tried to play off of this energy. They tried to act like they were the same as me and they wanted the same things so they can somehow trick me, which and it's funny because it always ended in them just destroying something simple. Like if we are both, together, trying to build something, it ended up in just downfalls. So, but I just wanted to say, like, my locks now is just like It's not ever been a styling thing. It's always been, I had a first set of locks that were really big Congos, and I had to cut them off because I became homeless and had to go back to my mom's house. So we cut it off, and I was like the age of like 21 or something, like 22. So it's always been a struggle, and it's just like spiritually, you know, I've just been, you know, accused. Like Michael Jackson said, like you be careful because they will make something up. They'll make something up to try to like say that you're this and you're that. It's really sad when you think about it. How to think about it. The case of Michael Jackson, they really thought he was like a pedophile, and it's like, wow. Like they took somebody who actually cared about children, and people don't care about because children are abused all the time, all the time. Not just the normal abuse. I'm talking about people just don't really care about people, and it starts off when you're a child. As people are messed up. Just watched the news the other day, and some guy had road rage, and he came out the car and started shooting at the car, and the car had a 1-year-old baby. He killed a 1-year-old baby and a 19-year-old boy, and a 14-year-old boy. You know, and it's just like that's what I'm saying. So Michael tried to like help kids, and they literally like took that and tried to make him a pedophile. Like, you know, so much. It's just so much when you think about it like that. It's just like wow. And a lot of people believed he was a pedophile too, based off of the fact that he was effeminate. So they equated with femininity, with gayness, strangeness, and pedophilia. It's just that's what I'm saying. They don't even think anymore. They just make things up in their heads. You know, and it's really sad and unfortunate. You know, I just feel like there really is no hope for people on that aspect. And they're gonna do whatever they do. You know, so I'll put that out there.